And right now we're just about 7 hours away from polls opening tomorrow morning for the June primary. And tonight, Channel 2 is on your side, of course, focusing on the marquee races impacting Western New York and the money the candidates raised and spent for your vote. Several of the races that we're tracking include the 23rd Congressional District Democratic primary, the 61st State Senate District Democratic primary, and the 149th Assembly District Democratic primary. There's also a statewide Democratic primary for the New York Comptroller. 2 on your side's Nate Benson is following it all for us and breaking it down for us tonight. Hello, Nate.
Yeah, good evening, Scott. Significant money has been spent by candidates across the 3 big races: State Comptroller, the 61st Senate seat, and the 149th Assembly seat.
The march to primary day is finally here, and the candidates across 3 big races are spending big money for your vote. TV ads, mailers, social media, and the good old-fashioned yard sign. First, a look at the 3-way race for State Comptroller. Incumbent Tom DiNapoli is looking to spend a 6th term in Albany as the fiscal watchdog, overseer of the state pension fund, and chief auditor. In order to do that, he raised $3.8 million as of June 8th and spent a little more than $3.1 million. He's running on his track record, expanding the state pension plan and bringing back more than $110 million in restitution for New Yorkers. But his opponents are spending big too. Drew Warshaw raised $2.3 million and spent $2.6 million, pitching voters that DiNapoli has not done right by the state pension and has underperformed the market year after year. Raj Goyal is neck and neck with DiNapoli from a fundraising standpoint, raising $3.8 million and spending $3.3 million as of June 8th, also pitching voters that DiNapoli has not used his auditing authority to keep utility costs from skyrocketing. As for local races, you've seen the ads from John Rivera and Jeremy Zellner.
Carl Palladino bankrolled the machine. Jeremy Zellner is the machine and has run it for over a decade. This June 23rd, Democrats can choose better.
John Rivera is trying to change the facts to win an election. The truth? It's John Rivera who ran campaigns bankrolled by Carl Palladino. Jeremy Zellner took on Palladino.
That's because both candidates are spending a pretty penny on ad buys. Incumbent Senator and Erie County Democratic Committee Chairman Jeremy Zellner has been able to raise more than $668,000 since March 1st, spending more than $730,000 in that same timeline, telling voters that in his quick tenure in Albany, he's been able to deliver millions to the 61st District. Zellner had money left over from his special election in February, which is why he spent more than he raised for the primary thus far. As for his opponent, Assemblyman John Rivera, the progressive Democrat has pitched voters that he knows how Albany works, and also touted a record that includes securing millions for his current district, the 149th. He's been able to raise $462,000 since March 1st and spent almost all of that as of June 8th. And in order for Rivera to make a run for the Senate, he's giving up his Assembly seat. And in a 3-way dance for the 149th seat, there's big money being raised for that district. Adam Bojack, Kevin Deese, and Karen Hoke are trying to convince voters that even though the 3 of them mostly agree on every political item facing Albany right now, they are the choice you should make. Karen Hoke, who is the endorsed candidate by the county party, has raised thus far $218,000 and spent about $193,000 as of early June. Attorney and Democratic Socialist Adam Bojack is a close second, raising $180,000 and spending $139,000. And self-described party outsider Kevin Deese has been able to raise $158,000 and also spent $139,000 as of June 8th. Will this be enough? Have Democratic voters in Erie County been convinced of which candidate will be the right one for them? Will they turn out on primary day? A region watches with bated breath as voters decide who will move on to the general election in November.
I cracked myself up. All right, once again, polls open at 6 a.m. tomorrow and close at 9 p.m. The winners of the primary, in most cases, will move on to a contested race in November, and I'll have complete coverage tomorrow night at 11. On your side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.
All right, Nate, we'll look forward to that. Thank you for